Good evening, night, Maxman RC. Right now, we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna take a look at yet another motor fan. Well, I'm sorry, not motor fan, another fan. This one's gonna be the one for the ESC. Let's dive right into it, shall we? Today, we're gonna be looking at the Rocket mm, fan. It is a 35 millimeter fan made by Surpass Hobby. These guys right here. I've had a couple other things from them. They have not failed me, so I expect good things out of this fan. It is, like I mentioned, it is a 35 millimeter fan. Excuse me. All aluminum. It looks really nice. The finish on the fan is amazing. The fins, the heatsink fins, everything on this fan, I'm extremely happy. And one of the things that made me even happier is that it actually included all four bolts. Not all of them include the bolts for some reason. Nevertheless, the fan itself does come in three different colors. We do have this guy that I decided to go with, which kind of thinking I should have gone with the red, but nevertheless, we have the black and the silver. So black the main fan, and silver would be the heat sinks. We have the black and the orange. Again, black would be the fan, orange would be the heat sinks, and black and the red. Black being the fan, and red being the heat sinks in general. Now this fan, according to the website, I'm not gonna lie, I am reading off of it. It does run at 21,000 RPM. Now whether or not I believe that, or you believe that, that's up to you. But in general, I just needed a new fan to be able to plug into the ESC because the fan on the ESC was MIA. Like the fan on the motor was pretty much also dead. Nevertheless, the fan itself is really decent. Obviously, if you paid attention, I did get this guy from Amazon, where I tend to get everything. If you know me well enough, if you've been with me, you know I tend to specialize on the budget-friendly side of things, even though it's on a more of an expensive car. But I'm not gonna get into the whole tangent. Let's just say that I'm aware that not everybody is fortunate enough to be able to be spending loads and loads and loads of cash on some of these things. It's a hobby, and I understand. It's just that I digress. So, going back to the car in general, the fan itself, I mean, I have nothing but good things to say on it. It is decently powerful. Whether or not it actually has the number of RPMs that it states, that's a whole ordeal. Comes with the JST connector. I mean, overall, I'm very happy with the fan. And let's just give it a quick little test so you guys can actually hear this fan run and see what I'm talking about. It blows decent air, that's for sure. Overall, I'm very happy with the way that this fan is working. I'm hoping that it'll last at least half a year for under $20. I don't expect it to last too long. Again, you know, you can only expect so much out of some of these things. But, you know, being 35 millimeter, it fit the stock 6S ESC from the Typhon quite perfectly. Overall, I'm very happy with both fans. You will be able to see the review of this fan in a previous video. You can see both fans running in another video that I also made. Overall, you know, if you need a fan for your ESC and you don't want to spend too much money and you don't mind waiting too much, go check it out. This thing was less than 20 bucks. And overall, like I said, I'm very happy with it. The only downside, now that I remember, the only one downside that I can think of it is that it does not have some sort of protective grill. But, you know, being a regular 35 millimeter fan, I'm pretty sure we can go on ahead and take a look at some of the other rigs that we own. And some of these rigs don't get bashed enough, you know. Some of these rigs don't get bashed at all. They're just basically, you know, carpet, or they won't rarely see dirt, pebbles, or anything like that. So we can go ahead and get the grill from one of those fans. Um, if I do find something like that, I'll go ahead and post it. But in the meantime, this was Maxman RC, the Surpass Hobby 35mm fan. You can either use it on the motor or you can use it on the ESC like I'm using it. And I have it plugged in. It's plugged in tandem with the DKKY into the actual receiver port from the Spectrum, and I've been running both of these fans on the Spectrum 4S battery. I don't know why that took me so long to say. Well, Maxman RC, thank you for joining in, and any questions, just let me know in the comments, and in the comments will be the link for this fan. All right, deuces.